Say, now we worship, then later we don't worship, you're not a believer. You're a hypocrite. Because for a believer, Allah is present all the time. And if you know that your Lord is looking at you, and you are looking at Him as well, there is a conversation that is worship. Because you say, now we just worship and later we're going to eat, and eating is not a worship, then we say, where in this world, in Allah's creation, that Allah is not there? Correct? But how do we worship? So many people can go up and down. But if they're not having the consciousness that Allah is looking, you can go up and down. Your mind is circling somewhere else, your heart is circling somewhere else. Again, that is hypocrisy. Maybe you're not worshipping so good. You're not going up and down so much. You're a simple man, simple farmer, or a simple teacher, or a simple person, but you always having conversations with your Lord. You're always looking at something and you say, look at this flower. How great my Lord is. He created this. What an artist he is. You're looking at something evil and you say, look at that. How patient my Lord is. And how He has protected me from this evil, to know that this is evil. That this is a lesson for me. Not to say that I'm better, but to say I can be like that. But He has put a veil between me and that action. You remember your Lord. What is remembrance of your Lord called? It is called a zikr. Zikr, to remember. And our Prophet, Muhammad ﷺ, his whole life was a remembrance of Allah. And yes, then, I don't like to use fancy terms, He has made holy our life. He has made holy eating. If you eat with your nerves, just with your ego, just jumping into the food and not understanding where it's coming from, not being thankful, you're eating it with your ego, it's no good. But if you eat and you drink and you say Bismillah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and you remember your Lord. It is my Lord that is giving. It is not because I work and this comes to me. Millions of people, they work, they have no food. So many, they don't work, and they waste so much food. So once you disconnect your intention and your action from Allah, that time you forget Him. You're not a believer. Faith has left our heart. The first thing that we say in our prayer, after we finish the prayer, is what? Astaghfirullah. What is astaghfirullah? May Allah forgive me. Why are we asking forgiveness right after we worship? We're asking for forgiveness for the mistakes that we do inside the worship. That maybe our mind wanders somewhere. Not maybe, definitely. Our heart, other things come. Things don't come when we're doing other things. But when you're worshiping suddenly, so many things we start to think about. This is taqwa. This is what our Prophet taught us, alayhi salatu wasalam. This is what 124,000 prophets taught us. And this is what our Shaykh, the friends of Allah, the saints, the inheritors of the prophets, they are not prophets, they're inheritors of the prophets, they are teaching us. So now, we are going to eat. Are we supposed to be miserable when we're eating? That also is forbidden. In fact, it is forbidden in our way to be completely silent when you're eating. You light talk, you remember, you have a little bit, not too much. You don't even talk about the food too much, because where is your concentration? But we eat and we drink and we remember and we say, thank you, Ya Rabbi. And what is Allah saying? He says, we give you everything, and all we ask is for you to give thanks, to remember us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Hazkuruni azkurkum. Remember me, and I will remember you. Does that mean that if we don't remember Allah, Allah is not going to remember us? No, that's a different remembrance, because Allah is our Lord. How can He forget us? His remembrance precedes our remembrance. But imagine, you love someone, you give everything to them, a child, a husband or a wife, and all you're asking is for that one that you love so much, that you made everything for that one, just to smile at you and say thank you. What is Allah asking for us? Just for us to say thank you. So, yes, we're happy with our Lord. Alhamdulillah, whatever that He has given us. We are not happy with the tyranny and the oppression and the evil that is happening in this world. In the name of Islam, in the name of Christianity, or in the name of Judaism, or in the name of no-ism, or in the name of ideologies, or in the name of philosophy. Individuals to groups to governments, we don't support that. Because oppression, what is in Islam called zulm, zalim, Allah is saying, I have forbidden oppression on myself, and I forbid my creatures to have oppression. You know, Allah wanted to just make everyone to go into non-existence, or make everyone to bow down, or make everyone, but He has given us free will, because He has created us to represent Him. Is the Quran saying only Muslims are representing Him? Or did Allah say we're created mankind? وَلَكَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي Adam, and we have honored the children of Adam. So inshallah Rahman, may we rise to that station of becoming children of Adam, instead of children of our ego or our nerves or the evils inside and outside. And we're asking Allah to send us that one that we have been waiting for. To send us Mahdi alayhi salam. To send us Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, back into this world to bring the believers together. May Allah forgive us and make us to be sincere and to be humble ones, and to live this life simple, to wait until those days, and to pass from this world clean and simple, inshallah Rahman. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. May Allah forgive me and bless all of you. Al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum. It's not just enough, inshallah. Now we listen to some song that to make our spirit happy. We may go and eat to make our bodies happy. Our bodies have a right over us too, but not all the time. Assalamu alaikum. Anything else anyone wants to say?
Humble thanks for wandering Christians for making us feel at home in your community.
Yahya, John is Yahya in our way. And Yahya means the one who has life. And that is the name of John the Baptist, Yahya. One of the most holy prophets in our way. You mentioned the Pope Francis. I remember his predecessor, the original Francis, Saint Francis of Assisi. Although he's belonging to a different tradition, but holy people are holy people. You're wandering Christians who found brotherhood here at the height of the Crusades. He traveled all the way to, I believe at that time, where was the seat? Alone as a Christian. I believe it was in Egypt, if I'm not mistaken, to see the Khalifa and to preach to him and to make him to become a Christian. He traveled. Because of his sincerity, at the height of the Crusades, he traveled unmolested. He was admitted into the Khalifa's presence, and the Khalifa listened to him and said, "We received your message, and we are thanking you for taking this trouble to speak to us." They gave him some gifts, and ordered his soldiers to escort him from Jerusalem all the way back to where he came. And St. Francis took with him so many traditions of the Sufis, one of which was the whirling. In one of his writings, when him and his successor, I forget his name, Thomas maybe, he came to a fork and he told his successor, "Which path you think we should go?" He says, "Master, you know better." And he says, "Have you ever seen little children when they turn around and around and around?" He says, "Yes, I have." "Do so and don't stop until I tell you." So Thomas started turning and turning and remembering until the time when inspiration came to St. Francis saying that now stop. And he stopped and he faced the fork that they're supposed to take. He says, "Now go." A spirituality that is rich and very plentiful in our history is close, forgotten, destroyed. These are the things that we should wake up
Yes.
to make. This is part of our shared humanity.
Amen.
Otherwise, we are just going to understand and appreciate the bestial side of each other, which is very wrong. Yeah. We'll speak, inshallah, a little bit more. They have prepared something. We shouldn't. The Prophet says, alayhi wasalam, when the food is being served, if the call to prayer comes, don't pray first, eat, then pray. That much respect that he says the food that is coming from the provider, the ultimate provider, is giving to you, the respect that you have to give. May Allah bless the food that we're about to eat, to give us more faith and understanding, inshallah. But we're very happy to have you. Yeah. Let's eat something, inshallah. Your Lord is looking at you, and you are looking at Him as well. There is a conversation that is worship. Because you say, now we just worship, and later we're going to eat, and eating is not a worship. Go up and down. But if they're not having the consciousness that Allah is looking, you can go up and down. Your mind is circling somewhere else, your heart is circling somewhere else. Again, that is hypocrisy. Maybe then we say, where in this world, in Allah's creation, that Allah is not there? Correct? But how do we worship? So many people can, you're not worshipping so good. You're not going up and down so much. Now you're a simple man, simple farmer, or a simple teacher, or a simple person, but you always having conversations with your Lord. You're always looking at something, and you say, now we worship, then later we don't worship. You're not a believer. You're a hypocrite. Because for a believer, Allah is present all the time. And if you know that